Hello, little adventurers, and welcome to our story corner. Are you ready for a tale filled with sunshine, splashes, and the quackiest of friends? Great. Let's dive right in. Once upon a time, nestled by a sparkling, clear pond surrounded by whispering reeds and tall, green grass, lived a family of ducks. There was Mama Duck, Papa Duck, and their 5 little ducklings. These weren't just any ducklings, oh no. They were the most curious, playful, and adventurous little ducks you could ever imagine. Their names were Pip, Poppy, Percy, Penny, and the smallest of them all, little Paddy. Pip was the bold leader, always the first to try something new. Last one to the big lily pad is a slow snail. He'd quack, already paddling his little webbed feet as fast as he could. Poppy was the thoughtful one. She loved watching the dragonflies dance and collecting shiny pebbles from the pond's edge. Percy was the comedian, always finding a way to make his siblings giggle with a funny wiggle or a silly splash. Penny was the kindest soul, always making sure everyone was included and happy. And then there was Paddy. Being the youngest and smallest, he was a little bit shy. He loved his family more than anything, but sometimes the big, wide pond felt a little big. He preferred to stay close to Mama Duck, watching his brothers and sisters zoom across the water. One bright and sunny morning, Mama Duck gathered her ducklings. "All right, my little explorers," she announced with a cheerful quack. "Today is a very special day. We are going on an adventure to the other side of the pond to visit the old willow tree. It's the wisest tree in the whole meadow, and it has seen many, many seasons." The ducklings quacked with excitement, all except for Paddy, who shuffled his little feet nervously. The other side of the pond seemed so far away. "Come along, Paddy," chirped Penny, nudging him gently with her beak. "It will be fun. We'll all stick together." Reassured by his sister's kindness, Paddy took a deep breath and joined the line. Mama Duck led the way, with Papa Duck at the back, keeping a watchful eye. Pip, of course, was right behind Mama, eager to lead the charge. Poppy swam gracefully, her eyes wide, taking in all the sights. Percy was already practicing his underwater somersaults, making little bubbles that tickled Penny's nose. They swam past lily pads that were like big, green plates floating on the water. They saw a family of frogs sunbathing on a log, who croaked a friendly ribbit hello as they passed. High above, a beautiful bluebird sang a sweet melody. As they got closer to the middle of the pond, the water became a little deeper and the reeds a little thicker. Suddenly, Pip, who was swimming ahead, stopped. "Whoa, look at that," he quacked. Floating in front of them was a big, beautiful, red flower, unlike any they had ever seen. It was bright and inviting. "I'm going to get a closer look," Pip declared, and paddled towards it. "Pip, wait," called Mama Duck. "Stay with the group," but Pip was too fascinated. As he got closer to the flower, he didn't notice the strong hidden current that swirled around it. The water began to pull him away from his family. "Help!" he peeped as he started to drift sideways, away from the path. Everyone gasped. Papa Duck started to swim quickly, but the current was tricky. It was little Paddy who noticed something. He saw that the current was flowing towards a cluster of thick, sturdy reeds a short distance away. While everyone else was focused on the open water, Paddy saw a safe path. Pip. Paddy quacked, his voice louder than he ever thought it could be. Swim to the green reeds over there. He pointed with his beak. Pip, startled but trusting his little brother, turned and paddled with all his might towards the reeds Paddy had pointed out. He grabbed onto a strong stem just as Papa Duck reached him. Safe. Everyone cheered for Paddy. "You were so brave, Paddy," said Poppy. "How did you know what to do?" Paddy blushed. I just watched the water," he said softly. "I saw where the little leaves were going," because he was often quiet and observant. He had noticed a detail that everyone else had missed in the panic. Mama Duck nuzzled him proudly. "You see, Paddy, being watchful is a wonderful strength. You saved your brother." From that moment on, Paddy felt a little bit taller, a little bit braver. He realized that even though he was the smallest, he had his own special way of helping. The family continued their journey, now swimming even closer together. Finally, they arrived at the other side of the pond. And there it was, the old willow tree. Its long, graceful branches draped all the way down to the water, creating a cool, shady curtain. It felt magical. "Welcome, little ones," a gentle rustling voice seemed to whisper from the leaves. The ducklings looked around in awe. Under the shade of the willow, they met new friends. There was a wise old turtle named Sheldon who had 100 wrinkles on his neck and told them stories of the pond from long ago. They met a family of busy beavers who were building a new dam, and they showed the ducklings how they worked together as a team, gnawing on wood with their strong teeth. Percy made friends with a playful otter who taught him how to slide down a muddy bank right into the water with a giant splash. It was the best game ever. Penny helped a little ladybug who had fallen on its back, gently flipping it over with her beak. The ladybug tickled her nose in thanks before flying away. They spent the whole afternoon playing, learning, and making new friends. Paddy even had a long chat with Sheldon the turtle, who told him that true bravery wasn't about being the loudest or the fastest, but about being kind and using your own unique talents to help others. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in beautiful colors of orange, pink, and gold, it was time to go home. Mama Duck gathered her flock. "Did you have a good adventure, my dears? It was the best day ever." They all quacked in unison. The journey back across the pond felt different. The ducklings felt more confident, more connected. They pointed out the things they recognized and chatted happily about their new friends. Paddy wasn't hiding behind Mama Duck anymore. He was swimming right in the middle, his head held high, looking all around with his bright, observant eyes. When they finally snuggled back into their cozy nest, the 5 little ducklings were tired but incredibly happy. They had learned that adventures are not just about seeing new places, but about helping each other, making new friends, and discovering the courage you have inside. Pip learned that it's good to be brave, but even better to listen to others. Paddy learned that even the smallest duckling can make the biggest difference. And they all learned that the best adventures are the ones you share with family. As they drifted off to sleep, under the watchful eyes of their parents and the twinkling stars above, they dreamed of all the new adventures that tomorrow would bring. Thank you for joining the little ducks on their wonderful adventure today. I hope you had as much fun as they did. Remember to always be curious, kind, and brave in your own special way. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. We'll see you next time. Sweet dreams.